Welcome back to the channel, another segment of Brian Reads the News. Today we're going to continue on with the Storage Wars stories. I found one here on unilad.com titled "The Most Expensive Find on Storage Wars Was Worth 7.5 million." Let's take a look. Here it is again. It comes from unilad.com. It's written by Joe Harker. Was published on June 13th, 2023. The biggest ever haul in Storage Wars history ended up turning a 480 auction into a 7.5 million jackpot. So they paid 480 and they turned it into 7.5 million. You can find all sorts of things on shows like Storage Wars, and sometimes people can make extraordinary discoveries by sheer luck. However, the most valuable lot anyone involved with the show has ever part of ended up turning a $480 investment into 7.5 million after an incredible discovery. It says here, fans of Storage Wars might be familiar with Dan Dotson, as he ended up being the guy who sold the seemingly innocuous lot, which turned out to be concealing a hidden treasure trove. However, the lucky buyer didn't manage to hold onto the vast majority of this stonking amount of money after the unit's previous owners heard about what had happened. Dodson explained that a woman came up to him and told him that her husband had bought a unit from him which contained a safe of unknown contents. The woman said they'd hired experts to crack open the safe, and when they finally did manage to get it open, they discovered that the safe had contained 7.5 million in cash. Quote, Then they got a phone call mysteriously from an attorney representing the folks that lost the money and the goods inside the unit, he said. They offered $600,000, then they doubled it to 1.2 million, and they gave them 1.2 million in exchange. I guess they gave them back 6.3 million. The question is, would you give it back, or would you keep it, and would you run for the hills, or would you look over your shoulder? What would you do? Whichever way you slice it, making 1.2 million off a storage unit you bought for almost $500 is one hell of a good day's business. Sadly for Storage Wars fans, Looper reported that dramatic event occurred on a non-filming day, so the cameras weren't around to capture the incredible moment. Still, they have plenty of mega money hauls viewers have been able to enjoy thanks to the show, including a lot which went for $2,000 and contained $500,000 in gold coins. Other big money spinners which often include collections of art, which can net hundreds of thousands of dollars from a much lower investment, like the unit which sold for $3,600 on the show and contained over 300 pieces of artwork with a combined value over $300,000. I don't know, what do you guys think of that story? Does it legit? Does it sound real to you? It sounds kind of shady to me. I mean, if you won the unit, had $7.5 million in cash, why would you give it back? Why would you accept their offer? They offered him $600,000, they doubled it to 1.2 million, and they gave him 1.2 million in exchange. So they gave back 6.3 million? How does that make sense? Why would you do that? Also, it seems strange that it's a Storage Wars filming day. Were they off or something? It's a Storage Wars unit, but they weren't filming that day. Nobody had a camera. There's all those cell phones and everything. Nobody had anything running when they're opening this safe. $7.5 million in it. I mean, the content alone would be worth a lot of money. If you put that up on YouTube, it would get all kinds of clicks. Just seems a little bit shady to me. I don't know if this story is so real. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it a real story? Have you heard this one? Is it legit? Personally, when I think about this show, Storage Wars, there's a lot of information on there about the salaries that they're paying these actors. They're paying these people on TV. It doesn't surprise me, upwards of $800,000. I think Barry was getting that amount of money. He was friends with the executive producer or something that got him on the show, and he's worth $10 million supposedly, and they're paying him $800,000 per season. So it doesn't surprise me that if you buy a $3,600 unit and you find $300,000 worth of art in it, I mean, if you're already paying the people that are on the show $800,000 just to be on a season, there's probably money for contents to slip into these storages so that it's nice and spicy, and they find something that they can take to a collector and get a quote that will keep people watching. Because when people keep watching, then advertisers pay that money, and that's what it's all about, is getting that advertising money. That's where the real dough is. That's why they can pay them all that money, that $800,000. I don't know, it seems a little bit shady, this story. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. You think this is the real deal? Did it really happen, or is this a hoax? If you like these kind of stories, please consider subscribing to my channel. Ring that notification bell. Come on back and we're going to do some more. I like to put out these stories about reselling. I'm a reseller myself. I have a daily vlog on YouTube. The real struggle, not this fake stuff. So if you like to follow that sort of thing, I show what sells out of my stores. I got 2 eBay stores. I show what I'm listing, show how much it sells for, and all that good jazz. So you can learn a little bit as you watch, and I try to keep you entertained as well. So consider subscribing, ring that notification bell, and that way you'll be notified when the next videos drop. Thanks for watching this one. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.